you fascinated me on something that you said. You said when you were in prison, and you said, now you had already been recorded as the fastest human being that had ever been born up to that time, period. Now,
Yes.
years later, you ended up in prison. And I want to ask you how that happened. But you were in prison, and like, explain that to me again. You, Tim Montgomery, fastest man alive and that had ever been born, started to doubt yourself. You started to doubt if you could still do it. How does that happen? I want to hear about, how do you really start to doubt yourself, knowing what you did, and how did you come out of that? Because it's the mindset that I really want to know about. How? Tony Robbins is referred to as the why guy. I'm the how guy. I want to know, how did you change your mindset, and how did you get there in the first place to where you started doubting yourself?
Well, I think everything that we do, we doubt if we can do it again.
Okay.
So the fear of me losing to someone on that compound.
I got it. Would have been devastating.
Would have been devastating.
Wow. But did you give people like a head start? Surely you wasn't. I mean, people would challenge you to, like, I can beat you, Tim. Like we starting at the same spot, or like, how did that go down?
Yeah, we have to. If you saying you better than me, why would we not start the same equal place?
Did people bet on it? So people would challenge you in like a
they
badass type way, like, yo, I can beat you. You don't look that fast to me. You don't look that tall.
Well,
How
in
could you
prison,
be the fastest man in the world?
you bet macros, or you bet stamps, or you bet money. You have it wired.
Well, you got to explain that a little bit.
I
don't think. Yeah, I know. Some of y'all know, because some of y'all haven't been to prison before. But for those that haven't been, trust me, everybody don't know. They don't know about no macros and no stamps and no what? Stamps, macros, and what? Potato chips? What'd you say?
Hey, that's right. In sodas, that is crazy, right? I go from running for $75,000 a race to running for $100 worth of fish.
A fish.
It was mind blowing. In a can. It was mind blowing.
It had been humbling. Tell me about that.
It was very humbling, but it also showed me that when I got on the yard, it was like God said they could do this. They could do 100 push-ups. They could do 200 push-ups. They could do 100 pull-ups. I've never seen that type of stuff done before.
All right.
So
Did they do it in there?
Money. They done it in there. So I lost a lot of money.
Okay.
On the outside, we like 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 20. No, they changed the whole outlook on what the human body is capable of doing.
Wow. So on the one hand, you lost some money because some cats say, well, I can do 200 straight. You didn't believe it, and they did it. But on the other hand, but you didn't. Did you ever lose a race?
I didn't ever lose a race. No. Okay, I wouldn't be on this phone call
with you. Anything you lost.
I wouldn't be here right now. I don't know what I would have done to myself, but I could not live with that. Right.
So any money that you lost, you gained it back.
I gained it back.
When was it that people realized that they couldn't beat you?
It's even like today, right? If Michael Jordan is your friend, that's just Michael Jordan. Right. So if you're able to touch and feel someone, you would soon take their greatness away from them. My dad told me that any man that you think is great, learn what made him great. He's great no more. Well, I beg to differ. You can't take away what that man has done, because he gave you the ability to learn from what he done, and you can do it better.
Okay, I feel that.
So the mistakes that he made for him to be great, you now don't have to make the mistakes, so you can be even greater, because you don't have to waste the time with the mistakes that you made.
Right.
So
that's dope. So every generation should be able to learn from the people before them. So people really coming after you should be able to, in theory, and one day there should be somebody that can be able to do what you did just from learning how you did it.
We can never use an iPhone with the knowledge we had when we was kids.
That's real.
These kids don't even know how to read and find TikTok and different cartoons on YouTube, which is unbelievable for me. So yes, it's we're going to evolve into where we can do just about anything, which we are doing that.
Wow.
You got cars that can fly. It's just the human nature, right?
Right.
But we also have the human ability to doubt ourselves, to not believe in ourselves.
Right. So
fall in depression.
Right. So when you were in prison, I want to take you back to when you were there. Did you have moments where you would literally You were depressed.
Oh, 100%. You know, I was embarrassed.
Did the
And what I said,
embarrassment lead to the depression?
yes, I think the embarrassment led to the depression. I felt like I let down myself and the ones that was in prison.
And the ones that was in prison.
Yes.
What about your
Because
family?
oh, that was huge. You know, my mom and dad was, when I was world record holder, go to the store. Oh man, you must be
Okay.
so proud of your son. You must be so
Wow.
proud of your son. Now they gotta go back to the same store. And guess what? They're laughing at my mom and dad, you know? So you don't know the forest that you burnt when you light the match.